representations by attorneys. Okay, here's a recorded document down in 3/7/2017, document 4684753 by Gail A. Kern LTD, Washoe County Recorder. Okay, in this particular document here, this is basically a lien, and this is being done by the attorneys, Gail Agnes Kern. Notice a default election to sell. Okay, Elizabeth Adams Jarvie as her sole and separate property. Now, this property was the one that this Clifford individual ended up purchasing. The same guy that came to the meeting was trying to shut down the association, and they were saying that they wanted to start a new one. Well, that doesn't make any sense. They were trying to shut it down, and then they just want to start another one to get rid of this association. Okay, and there's a handful of people doing it. Not everybody was agreeing to this, and most of the people don't even know what was going on. The only way you can know what was going on if you had the books and records like I do. Okay, and Mr. Belfort, you know, he went through all the documents. He has a right to look at them. He's a member, and you know, he just like me, he thought that, you know, he had road work in there, and he was paying for it, and we were paying for it. Hell, they even put late fees on us because we were late one time. Not just because we didn't get it in the mail, but you know, that we thought we had road maintenance, and we find out that we don't, apparently.
And the problem is, when we attempted to take it over after several people resigned, they began thwarting our efforts.
No, after you got the checks given to you, and then I took a look at them, and I made a sheriff's report because it looked like they were stealing the money to me. Now look, it says here, the notice of delinquent assessment and claim of lien, NOTA, of Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association, recorded November 3rd, 2016, is document number 4649731 of the official records of Washoe County, state of Nevada, securing the obligation of the assessments, which was deficiency in the amount of $942 as of the date of the NOTA, plus the accruing assessment since the time, late charges, advances, attorney fees, and costs of the agent of the association. Okay, so it goes through. Now, the lien estimated WIT $2,266.72 plus late charges. Okay, Wilcox, see, they're making all these, and here, please call Kern Associates LTD at 775, you know, in order to obtain the exact amount to cure this default. So, in other words, they're running this thing for 15 years and making all these representations. They knew about the declaration of reservations. They were still doing it and running it. They represented to us. They were assessing us late fees and all this money. And now because then when we basically accuse them of the financials, all of a sudden it doesn't exist, and we're being attacked, threatened to bury us with a firearm, attacked assaulted inside of a Winco grocery store by one of the co-actors during court proceedings. Okay, so you're making all these representations on our title, and I'll tell you, this is going on, and they don't want to do anything about it. We're left holding the bag. Meanwhile, they're over there subdividing, rubber stamping the subdivisions, taking money. The state's making money. State of Nevada's making money. The county's making money for the subdivisions. Okay, but I just want to show you. I got a bunch of these. There's about 4 of these in the files with threat letters on different properties. This kind of stuff here, recording this on their titles. Okay, they don't want to do nothing. They got a real problem here. Okay, we've been damaged. We cannot enjoy our property. This is false and fraudulent title representations. And they're doing this, and they're all profiting. Okay, these attorneys are making money, and the county's making money. Now, this property There's $33,000, and I put a FOIA on it that they sold this property for 40 grand, and this Clifford guy ended up buying it. And 40 grand, and then they paid Wilcox Ranch and the late taxes on it. Wilcox Ranch got their money. And so there was $33,000 left that went to a trustee who was a commissioner for Wilcox, or for the Washoe County. And so I put a FOIA in, and I get a letter back saying that they got some rule with it. They don't have to disclose where that money's at, the $33,000. And I told them that at the Board of Adjustment meeting. So I just want you to see, this was done under notary seal. This is for real. And there it is right here. This instrument was a, hold on, let me finish this. This instrument was acknowledged before me on March 1st, 2017, Gail A. Kern Esquire. And there's a notary, and they're recording this stuff on our titles. And now they want to say it doesn't exist. And then blocking our rights every single way that they can, violating Mr. Belfort's due process, everything. These judges are violating his due process. Okay, go ahead, Belfort.
I believe when I was reviewing the records after I became temporary officer, fiduciary of Wilcox Ranch POA, there was something in there to do with that property that one of the vice president, then vice president of Wilcox Ranch, directed that property to Clifford. She mentioned it.
Well, yeah, but she's also under notary seal taking the money under notary seal, and she's a Washoe County employee, GID, vice president. So this is to show you. I'm gonna.
She was a vice president of Wilcox Ranch.
Yeah, and
she's a employee of the GID.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I have a bunch of these. There's
now Washoe County denies that she has never been. We have a FOIA answer response saying that she was never or has never been and is not an employee of the GID. So, I mean, we've got some
there's
skullduggery going on.
Well, yeah, the thing is, and we know she's working for them. Meanwhile, we're being assessed taxes from the GID. They raised it up, and we have no emergency service access. The fire trucks, emergency, medical can't get up in there, up in that canyon. The roads are so bad, and, they're threatening us. We're under continual threat.
We're being charged on our property tax bill for the GID, just like they're maintaining the roads in front of our properties or along our properties.
Like I said, though, when this is all said and done, these people that sign that thing saying that it doesn't exist are responsible for the damages. You threaten me with a Class C felony and all this bullshit after I uncovered what I believe is an embezzlement and a racketeering operation going on here involving Washoe County, the tax assessor, state of Nevada, and the attorneys, all the attorneys. And now you got judges involved that are presiding over cases where they the one judge presided over Mr. Belfort's case concerning this when he quieted title with Gail Agnes Kern on this case, on this property. And then he sits there and throws out 28 motions and 28 notices in favor of them, including letting Gail Agnes Kern off. Okay, so you stand by. I got at least 3 more of these I'm going to pull out. We're going to go over them where they're threatening other property owners. Stand by.